Behavior skills. Controlling emotions in the classroom. Identifying triggers. It is important to spend time with students to determine what makes them exhibit certain behaviors. Most students have many issues in their personal lives that impact how they respond in a school setting. This is especially impactful when dealing with teachers and fellow students. The following steps are important to diagnosing and treating behavior for students. 1. Identify what happened first. 2. Describe the behavior and ask what happened. 3. Communicate consequences for unwanted behavior. 4. Take notes and analyze the data. 5. Use analysis to identify the triggers for the behavior. Identify what happened first. To do this, you will want to consider the following questions. Who is around when the behavior occurs? What activities or events were in process directly before the behavior? What are others in the room doing directly before the behavior? What is the environment like? Lighting, the noise levels, the smells, etc. Where does the behavior usually occur? When does the behavior usually occur? Is it in the morning, the afternoon, before lunch? These will help diagnose the behavior problems and what triggered the episode. Describe behavior and ask what happened. Write down everything that happened during the episode of the problem behavior. Describe the behavior without making value judgments or assumptions. Simply record what you see. Make sure that when you are documenting the behavior, be specific on the details. Make sure that you are not leaving out details of the event. Too little details can hinder diagnosing the problem with the student. Communicate the consequences of unwanted behavior. Consequences can either increase or decrease the likelihood of behavior happening again. But as a parent, it can be hard to know how to enforce consequences as part of a discipline strategy. It can be hard enough when you have a neurotypical child with a child on the spectrum. You may be at a loss for what to do. Keeping a record of what specific consequences were enforced and how to enforce them will help you establish a baseline for what is effective and what isn't. As an educator, it is important to allow you to see what worked and what did not work for your student. Establishing consequences will help you show students that bad behavior, not just in school but in life, has consequences. Take notes and analyze your data. As it is with identifying a problem, it is just as important to analyze how the student's behavior affects other students. The following are ways to help identify what the student may be trying to accomplish with their behavior. 1. Attention. Does the student feel overlooked or feel unappreciated? 2. Gain control. Does the student want to control something or a situation to gain attention? 3. Avoid work or people. Some behavior problems exist because students do not understand their schoolwork. They may be embarrassed to ask for help. Repetitive. Some students act out with behavior because it makes them feel good. This is a way for them to deal with anxiety that they may feel they have at school or home. Using analysis to identify the trigger. Once you have all the data, it is easy to use the process of elimination. Then, as an educator, you can diagnose ways to work and improve. Then, with the help of parents, school administrators, and school psychologists, you can develop a school behavior intervention plan to assist the student. You can't hold kids accountable for things we've never told them to expect. Behavior should be treated like academics. Students have to be taught the skills they need. Remember Director of National Training at Boys Town. You can't teach children to behave better by making them feel worse. When children feel better, they behave better. Family of Connection Parenting.